Good evening, Mr. Galon. I would like to thank you for giving me the time to interview you. Um, I would like to introduce myself. I am Mitchell Ivan N. Caniete. I am a student of Southwestern University, FINMA, as a nursing student. So this interview is for my PE subject. Before we start, I would like you to introduce yourself.
So, good evening, Mr. Canete. Hello, everyone who will watch this video. So, I'm Mr. Galon from Cordoba, and I hail from Barangay Gabi. So, I once a basketball player before the pandemic. So, after the pandemic, I'm not playing basketball anymore because of the quarantine. So, you can ask question if you want, Mr. Evan, if you have question.
Okay, so I would like them to know, right? You were a player in Barangay Gabi for the municipal league, right?
Yes,
You're
I once a player of basketball league.
yeah for the
Through barang through
whole
barangay
Cordova.
and yes.
For the whole
I'll
Cordova, right?
become a municipal player also.
Okay. In basketball, right? In basketball.
Yes, basketball and I played a little volleyball also because volleyball is just my secondary sports.
Okay, good to know. So, Mr. Galon, my first question for you. How did you prepare your body prior to engaging in any sporting activity?
So I'll answer that in three ways. So before I start making doing my sports activity, so I start before warm up, then exercise, then stretching. So
Mhm.
I I do it differ from each other. So warm up, you know what is a warm up, right? So
Yes.
just a little, just to give you to hype yourself. Then I do exercise to maybe hyper more. Then I do stretching for to me to become flexible, just to become flexible.
Okay. The following question for the follow-up question for that. How long was the preparation? How long does it take?
So if I so I do exercise warm up and stretching for half an hour to an hour and a half, maybe two, so I can really get a perfect shape for a game.
Okay, so the next question. What compromise of the preparations? If there was none, why were there no preparations? What are the compromises?
So what compromises my preparation is I have I will just give two sides of my compromise, ha. So what
Okay.
compromises my preparation is first I do warm up, the just a simple warm up, then and exercise also just a simple, and also to the stretching I do just a little stretching so I can get my body stored up, or maybe get myself injured just on warm up, exercise and stretch. So what
Mhm.
compromises also in other side is sometimes I do not do warm up and exercise and flexibility if I don't maybe I don't attend the practice in emergency cases, sudden emergency.
Oh,
If I am late, I just do that one thing, the flexibility,
okay.
and I will not do an preparation if really late. Like I go to the game and the game started, so I do not do warm up because I'll just play immediately.
Okay. Okay. The next question. Have you had injuries? Injuries not inflicted by others, but just by yourself while preparing yourself for a sporting activity or during the activity itself.
So I have many injuries. I'll just tackle two injuries. One of my that injury is own self who made that injury. So while I
Mhm.
running around the court, I suddenly tripped to a small ball.
You
So
trip.
that ball is just yes, a trip to
Oh,
myself.
okay, okay.
While I'm running around, I didn't notice that there is a small ball
So
lying on the floor.
you were jogging, right? If you say
Yes,
running, you're jogging
I'm
around the
jogging
court.
just
Mm-hmm.
around the court for just 10 minutes of 20 minutes. Then
Okay. Okay,
after the
I
20
get you,
minutes,
sir.
the last round I jog, I suddenly tripped myself in
Mm-hmm.
a small bowl. So I step on a small bowl. After a uh after strip in the small bowl, my ankle was twisted. So
So
that's really hurt if your
you
ankle.
sprained your ankle. You
Yeah,
sprained
I
ah
sprained my ankle and it causes me 3 months before going back to play basketball and any sport because the doctor
3 months.
prohibited me. So the second injury that our I experienced with we're practicing with my friends and we're using a heavy ball or a weight ball.
Weighted
So
ball. Okay.
weighted ball.
I have
So
used one before. 'Cause I also
yes, I
yes.
used one. So what happened there is I will practicing shooting. So suddenly my after I shoot the ball, one of my teammates suddenly passed the ball and I didn't
You were
uh,
not aware. You were not aware.
yes, I'm not aware that he will pass immediately the ball. So because of
Mm-hmm.
what I just put both my hands like this and suddenly it hit this part of my wrist and it causes me 1 week not to play basketball because it's really hurt because it
Mm-hmm.
just that that that's that ball is not just an ordinary ball. That is a heavy ball and it's really heavy. It will hit
Okay,
my wrist.
okay.
It's really hurt. Some
So it was a
every time I do things.
miscommunication
Yes, it
between.
causes a miscommunication between
So the
the
first
two of us.
the first injury, sir, was self-inflicted, right? Because you
Yes,
tripped on a small ball. And the second was really not about inflicting by yourself, but it's still okay because
by the
it's like a
others.
miscommunication.
Patient.
Yes, okay, sir. So you have suffered a lot of injuries. Does
For many
does
more.
does injuries really comes and go if you're an athlete?
Yes, injuries really come and go and leave you when you die.
Uh,
Because when you die, there's no more
well,
injury.
okay, sir. I play basketball, but so far I have not suffered injuries, thank God. But yeah, thank you, sir, for answering. But still,
But
I have a few more questions for you.
okay, yeah, I'll answer if I could.
This is still about the injury. Describe the mechanism which the injury was incurred. So,
Mm. I think
right?
I
I
just
think
answer
you
it, but I will repeat
by
that.
sir, I have a question about the ankle injury. So you trip, right? So you sprained your ankle. You didn't broke your ankle. You just sprained your
I
ankle.
just put it
Did
close enough,
you tear
just
some
close.
tissues or tendons?
Yes, there's some tissues, but in maybe not that many tissue, but just small amount of tissue that you
Okay,
know,
sir.
just small. When the doctor said it is okay, he will not do surgery. He just said to me to rest for a while because my ankle is really hurt that time that I can't even walk properly. So
Okay, sir. Okay.
he said to me to um rest my ankle for 3 months.
Okay, so it was a long time. I
Yeah,
still have
really long
a
time.
last few questions, sir. To what factors would you attribute these injuries? How do you
So
attribute? Yes,
this injury I can attribute it in two sides, both sides and bad side and all sides,
good and bad
all sides of
sides.
the ground.
It has pros and cons, right?
Mm.
Pros and cons, not pros. Pros and cons. Okay.
Pros and cons, professional construction. What do you
Sir, you're a
mean?
joker.
No, I'm not joking. I'm Batman. So let's go back to the question. So the good side of having an injury, you develop yourself. First, you will develop the perfect self-awareness of your surrounding. Because if you know what happening to your surrounding, the injury will not occur.
Oh, okay.
And the bad side of having injury, it will rested you not just maybe it's luckily if just a day, but if a week or a month of a year, that will that will destroy your life
Yeah,
properly.
it will destroy your career
Your
also as a player.
passion, your physical, mental,
Cannot
spiritual.
play, sir. Yeah, I
Yes.
get you. Mm-hmm.
Like what happened when we have a pandemic and I didn't play basketball. I was depressed. I gained more weight from
Mm-hmm.
I my weight before the pandemic is 50 kilograms. So after the pandemic I weighted 70.
Oh, you gain a lot of weights there.
Again, a lot
Okay.
of weight because I can do basketball, exercise, warm up. Because it's
Yeah.
really hard to move in our house because it's just small.
Okay, sir.
Just like 20 hectares house.
You're a joke.
Yeah, just a joke. So
Okay,
that
sir.
is what the activities you may develop self-awareness and self-awareness to your surrounding, trust to your surrounding, teamwork, and proper do a proper using a proper placing of your body inside a court or
Mhm.
making exercise, warm up or stretching.
Okay, so I still have last question for you, sir.
So sige, give it to me. If you want, you can give 10 more questions.
Why why these factors precipitated the injury? So it means like uh precipitated means something that you didn't expect. So
Injury really didn't expect that. But if you expect that, you can really didn't expect your injury. No one will predict if injury will
yeah,
come.
okay,
So
okay.
what happened there? I really don't know that it may cause injury because I just doing exercise and I'm doing a practice training. I didn't notice what will happen again, but so what
Okay,
we
sir.
should do to we so we can avoid having injuries, really have a self awareness to your surrounding before
Mhm.
doing things.
I
Like
get
if
you,
you're
sir.
shooting using a heavy ball, so you should aware that after you shoot the ball, another ball will come to you. So you should catch it in the proper way
Okay.
and in exercising also or running or maybe jumping or making obstacles. You should aware of what happening is you not have a proper awareness of what you're doing.
Okay,
So
sir.
that's it, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Rodney Galon.
Thank you also.
Um,
And you have
that
no
was
questions?
my last question. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to interview you, and I hope to watch you play soon when this pandemic, we can have the time to play. But because of the pandemic, we there are no leagues, right? No basketball
Yes,
leagues for
there's no
now, right?
leagues. But
Yeah, it's been my
thank you also,
thank you, sir.
Mr. Kanye. Maybe what uh what I've answered will help you in your project. So let's
Thank
just keep in touch if you have more questions about sports and
thank you, sir.
injury.
Thank you so much.
Thank you also. Thank
Goodbye. Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Goodbye, sir.